A warm welcome to Joburg today. I'm Riley Sakwe. Spring is coming up and soon you will be ditching your scarves and coats for some fun in the sun. In preparation, I attended the Josie Craft Beer Tour to see what you and friends could do this upcoming season. Beautiful morning right here in Fourways, where we're about to explore the Josie Craft Beer Tour, which will take us to all the different kinds of craft beer breweries, and we explore what Josie has to offer. Let's take a look. The craft beer tour started with a conversation over beers between two friends about merging their businesses. Now 5 years running, they have become bigger and popular, spawning two very unique routes in Gauteng.
We started off with one route, where it's called the Mega Beer Tour. We depart from Broadacres and we go through to Black Horse Brewery in Magaliesburg, then followed by Chameleon Brewhouse in Hartebeersport, and then finish up at Gilroy's Brewery in Muldersdrift. It is the largest organized brewery tour in the country, with up to 20 different types of beers you can taste throughout the day.
About a year ago, the Josie Craft Beer Tour was introduced, a 160-kilometer journey with its first stop at Brewhogs in Kyalami, followed by Modderfontein's Oak Brewery, and the final stop, Ubuntu Brewery, the home of Soweto Gold.
We have 4 different beers. We do our number 1, our Premium Pilsner, which is a very light Pilsner-style beer, designed to be enjoyed by all. Our number 2 is a more malty beer. We use 5 different types of malt in making this beer. It's got a lot more flavor and a lot more color. And following that is our Black IPL. We are the only people that commercially produce it in the country. It is a variation of the IPA, except a lager. And then finally we move on to our IPL. Our IPL is just a lagered version of the IPA.
When we were sitting down thinking of names of what to call the brewery, it was kind of okay, it's all girls sitting down. We were sitting under the oak tree, the 2 oak trees that you see behind you. 2 oak trees, 3 girls sitting under that and discussing what the name of the brewery will be. So we thought, why not Oaks? And Oaks as in like girls making beer for Oaks, which is guys. So that's how it came up. The unique thing about our beers, they're not filtered. We're not filtering any of our beers, and we're not adding any preservatives in our beers. So we keep all of them as natural as we can.
It's also a very good opportunity for us to grow and see where we never even think of to be.
With good company and great beer, tourists had this to say about their adventure.
There's significantly enough of it in my system right now. I'm good.
It was amazing. It was a very nice experience. I came all the way from Switzerland just to do this trip, this tour.
I can personally attest that there is no better way to see Joburg than with great company and good beer to ease the journey. I'm Riley Sakwe for Joburg Today.
Hi, I'm Fransje van Coke from Van Coke Cartel, and you're watching Joburg Today.
Join the conversation on our Facebook page, that's joburgtoday.tv. Follow us on Twitter at Joburg Today. And if you're one of those people constantly on the move, then pockettv.mobi. That's pocket with an I. Staying with interesting tours, Johannesburg is no stranger to mining. The Muppet Mine Tour is perfect for you to learn about the life cycles of precious stones.
South Africa is famous for its diamonds. However, often overlooked are the beautiful semi-precious stones that are mined throughout the continent. Here in Johannesburg, the Muppet Replica Mine Tour is a unique way to learn about the mining of gemstones.
The semi-precious stones are very beautiful, and that's why we thought we're making the replica mine to tell people about it. 20 years we are here, and the replica mine is 12 years. People must come and touch and feel and see, because the rough stone is very ugly, it's not nice, and then when it's polished, then it's beautiful.
The Muppet Mine Tour aims to educate the public on the formation, mining and final creation of the gemstones. You have the opportunity to view the stones in their raw form underground. One of the most famous stones you can view in the mine is the amethyst.
Amethyst is known to grow in luscious purple carpets underground. It is also found growing mainly on 5 veins. It is a quartz, it grows in a quartz formation. So that is just basically the way we find amethyst.
Amethyst is not only a beautiful gemstone, it has a rich history in myths and holistic properties.
Amethyst is known as the stone that helps guard against drunkenness, aids in sleep, and some people use it for the treatment of migraine headaches by putting some amethyst on their forehead or rubbing it on their temples. Other people actually use it to calm their pets down by putting some amethyst in the water and letting the pets drink where the amethyst is.
You know, even in the religion, the Pope wearing an amethyst, and the Queen is wearing amethyst. It is a very, very old stone which is very popular.
The Mine Tour attracts both locals and foreigners who have a growing interest in different gemstones.
You can say 60-40%. We have overseas visitors, and the locals, they're coming and for presents, for the birthstone, for the meaning, because slowly but surely they know now about the semi-precious stones. You know, not only diamonds and ruby, emerald, sapphire, which is also beautiful, but I think the semi-precious is equal.
Diamonds are meant to be a girl's best friend. However, a day spent here at the Muppet Mine Tour may just change your mind. Gemstones of all shapes and colors are here, including my new favorite, the amethyst. This tour is not only informative, but a real hidden gem here in Johannesburg. I'm Danica Laliland for Joburg Today.
This is Simpiwa Mini. You are watching Joburg Today.
It's no secret that quite a number of international films have been shot right here on our shores. Tinashe Bobby Lee is a local film that is making headway both internationally and locally. Tinashe Bobby Lee is an independent film centered around two siblings who have to go through life overcoming tragedies with no one but each other to lean on. Set in the backdrop of Alexander Township, the story follows a very strange relationship between Thulas and Zanele, which is pushed to the limits following Zanele's relationship with an older man.
I think the main reason why we made the film was just around choices, so that your choices that you make has consequences, whether now or whether later, but ultimately you've got to pay the price for the choices that you make. It's an old problem told in a new way. You know what I mean? Like, we've always had sugar daddies, we've always had poverty and whatnot, but you'll see when you watch the film that this is an interesting way to tell a story, a human story. As an artist, like, you have a responsibility to reflect the times. So unfortunately, those are times I grew up in, certainly, and stuff I see every day. So it was my responsibility to reflect that and do something and play my part in helping to fix the problem.
I play the character Zoleka, who is the mother of the children, also the victim of a very unfortunate situation that she, for some time, thinks she should stay in and maintain and accept and live in. Getting into the shoes of the character, firstly, it took days. So I didn't have as much time as I usually have with a character, so I can play around with it, you know. So all I had to do was to just go to my archives of human beings that I actually do know, draw from them, find a person that's similar and close to the kind of person that I was playing, just so that I can be able to bring her forth and play her.
It was very difficult for me because I'm not that type of person, and I didn't want to play this role. I had actually auditioned for the lead of the movie, but at a reading, the guy that was supposed to play my role wasn't there. So because he wasn't there, I started reading his dialogue at the script reading. And then everybody was like, no, dude, you should really play this because there's so much emotion. And I started talking to Ernest. We had like conversations for a long time, I think for like a month, until I was like, okay, fine, I'll play it. Let me see what I can bring. So it was very difficult. I mean, the story is quite hectic, you know, like obviously it tackles a subject that we as people, we don't want to talk about it. We know it's happening, but as long as you don't talk about it, you put yourself in that mind state that it's not happening, but it is happening.
The Ster-Kinekor Prestige Experience provided a great atmosphere to a hard-hitting, award-winning film, which is definitely worth the watch. The film opens nationwide on the 31st of July. I'm Riley Hlakaniposakwe for Joburg Today.
We're from Spud 3 and you're watching Joburg Today.
And that brings us to the close of today's show, but be sure to check out our playlist to see what's happening in and around your vibrant city. That's it from me, Riley. I leave you with Lost Out Here by Samuel Miller.
Back in ETV.
Lost out here, mind's frozen, longs for you. I no longer fear. You ease me and please me in love, and there's no doubt in my mind we make up for lost time. And there's no reason or sign, no need to say goodbye. And these dreams, they feel so real when I'm falling, because I know you won't be there in the morning. We'll see how I'm doing by the end of the week. Hopefully I'll get some sleep. I'm lost out here, stuck inside what I need. I feel your tears, I'll ease you and please you in love, and there's no doubt in my mind we'll make up for lost time. And there's no reason or sign, no need to say goodbye. And these dreams, they feel so real when I'm falling, cause I know you won't be there in the morning. We'll see how I'm doing by the end of the week. Hopefully, I said hopefully, and these dreams, they feel so real when I'm falling, cause I know you won't be there in the morning. We'll see how I'm doing by the end of the week. Hopefully, I said hopefully, I'll get some sleep.